What's good, guys? Welcome to another video, and as you can see from the title of this video, today we're going to talk about the 12 benefits of semen retention. I've been on this journey for 5 years now, on and off, and again I start to actually experience these benefits for myself. So I made a list, and in this video I'm going to go over all the benefits step by step. So we're just going to hop straight into it. The first benefit you're going to be experiencing is an increase in testosterone. So what's going to happen after 7 days of semen retention? Your testosterone is going to be increasing. This has been scientifically proven. Studies out there show that your testosterone is going to increase. And I think one of the main reasons this is happening, and this is just pure bro science, right? This is not scientifically studied, this claim, but I just really think this is the case. When you do not bust a nut, when you start to retain your essence, what's going to happen after 7 days is that your body thinks, dudes, you need to procreate. What is going on? So what starts to happen after 7 days is that your body thinks and freaks out of like, dude, you need to procreate. It's been a long time. So what it's going to be doing, it's going to be increasing your testosterone. And the reason it's doing that is because it wants to make you more attractive, right? Because you need to procreate, start to feel more testosterone in your body. You start to become more assertive. Everything linked to high testosterone is what's going to start to happen. So your body is literally making you more attractive in order to procreate. That's how powerful this can be. So the second benefit you're going to be experiencing is that you're going to have more focus and more clarity. And the reason this is happening is because, first of all, what's going to happen over time is that your mind, you start to literally undo your mind of lustful thoughts. Like when you hop along a semen retention streak, that's especially when you start to notice this. You think about sex and sex less and less, believe it or not, and you are really able to see clearly, and you're no longer lusting in your mind as much because you are no longer giving any attention to that. You just become way more focused, way more zoned in. And next to that, your mind just becomes a lot more quiet, a lot calmer. It's not as brain foggy anymore. We all know that feeling, right? After you just busted a nut, the majority of times you feel brain fog. You don't feel like doing anything. And even the days after, a lot of times you still feel some brain fog there. You're not as clear. You can't really think clearly. And when you hop on semen retention, a lot of times this brain fog starts to clear. You become more clear. You can just think properly and think straight, and you're no longer distracted by all these thoughts floating in your mind. So the third benefit you're going to be experiencing is more masculine energy. So what that means is that you feel more assertive and you feel as if you have way more direction in life. You just feel this energy within yourself. As you go on this journey, you start to increase your masculine energy. So you just naturally portray more masculine behavior. So every time I'm on semen retention, and I would say especially between like day 7 and day 30, when I get that increase in testosterone, I just feel that masculine energy increasing. I just feel as if I'm way more assertive. I can easily walk up to a woman and just, easily say what I want, right? I'm very assertive and I'm full of direction at that point. That is obviously because you are increasing your masculine energy. So the third benefit you're going to be experiencing is more confidence, more masculine energy, and just more assertiveness in general. You just walk with your head up. You're just walking with your chest forward. You're just feeling good about yourself. You feel proud, but in a good way, right? A big danger is that, instead of feeling proud and just confident, right, you start to become prideful, and that's something you truly want to avoid. Especially between day 7 and day 30, you're very likely, or it's very much possible, to become prideful, to feel cocky because you're feeling so good, but life will spec you down without a doubt. So just, you're just going to feel confident. You're going to feel great about yourself, and you're going to have that increase in masculine energy. You feel more masculine. You just want to do masculine things. And that's obviously a byproduct of your testosterone increasing. So the fourth benefit you're going to experience is that women will find you more attractive. And I can see it as enough experience this again and again and again. You just, you're not needy anymore. Like, it's at a point it becomes impossible to become very needy, because you don't need anything at some point anymore, and that automatically becomes very attractive. So you're not just going to become more attractive to women, but you're also going to become more attractive to just a more attractive individual in general, because you are just non-needy. And semen retention really allows you to feel stronger and more fulfilled within yourself, so that automatically makes you more attractive. It's not because they smell the energy or anything like that. What people sense is that you're just, you're happy with yourself. You're not needy, and that in and of itself is wildly attractive. So the next benefit is going to be that you just overall become a happier individual, because what's going to happen over time is that you will become less and less needy. And guess what that means? You're just going to become more happy, because overall what you're doing is you're building this sexual energy up within yourself. And sexual energy is your life force, it's your zest for life, it's your energy, it's your vital energy. And this naturally gives you so much more inner fulfillment, because over time what you will start to notice is that, hey, everything I need is already within myself. Everything I need is already right here. And I no longer need to have as many things from the outer world to make me happy. And semen retention is something that will make you realize that. You will start to realize more and more gifts within yourself. Now, that doesn't mean you no longer want to go out there and do things. You know what that actually means? It's because you are not as attached to any of the outcomes in the outer world. You actually start to get it quick. You actually start to attain it a lot faster. So the next benefit you're going to gain on semen retention is that over time, when you start to build up the sexual energy, what's going to be happening is that you are able to manifest things in your life so much easier. The reason this is happening is because of two things. The first reason is because, first of all, as I said prior, you are no longer as attached to the outer world anymore. What building up your sexual energy does is that you will naturally start to find this inner fulfillment within yourself, which will lead to a non-attached outcome to the outer world. You're not in this place of desire as much anymore. So when you combine that, right, when you combine non-attachment to an intention, right, to an outer intention, there's so much more power behind this intention, because what you're doing is you're building up the sexual energy. What's going to happen is that whatever you put your focus to, you know, it's going to be so much stronger than when you're completely depleted. There's no energy in you. There's no intention. There's no power behind your intention. So when you combine those two things, right, you no longer is attached to the outcome, yet the intention you have is so much stronger. So those things combined as a byproduct will lead to you being able to manifest and get things so much quicker and so much easier and actually effortless. And I've experienced this myself as well, guys, is that over time, when I let go of the outcome, when I let go of wanting it so bad and desiring it so bad, and I just live it, I just feel it within myself with that intention, it just comes to me effortlessly. But the ironic thing is that I already no longer need it as bad anymore, but me just letting go of wanting it so badly just makes it come to me so much easier. And ironically, I no longer need it as bad anymore. It's so ironic, but this is how it works. And I've seen this in my life happen as well, again and again and again. It's truly powerful. So the next benefit is going to be that your sexual energy is also your creative energy. You will start to get an increase in your creativity. You will feel this childlike creativity you used to have back when you were a child. You just feel pure, you feel creative, and you start to feel as if you can live with more and more purpose. And this combination, your creativity and your clarity, is gonna lead into purpose. You start to be able to walk your own unique path, and it becomes a lot more clear to you of what that is, because you just feel more creative. You start to get more creative insights without you even trying. It's as if you just get a download, right? A download of creative ideas into your mind. They just start to happen so much quicker. All right, the next benefit, and this sounds maybe a bit counterintuitive, this maybe sounds a bit paradoxical, but this is actually what you will start to experience, and I experienced this myself as well. What you will start to experience is that you can last as long in bed as you want to. You will start to gain more control over your own ejaculation. You will start to gain control over your own sexual energy. And I just found this so funny because I never thought this would happen to me as well. But what starts to happen is that you will just be able to control your sexual energy so much better. So also, when you're in the sexual intercourse, you can last as long as you want to. Obviously, you need to have some techniques in place like deep belly breathing, relaxing your pelvic floor, certain things like that. But overall, what's going to happen is that it becomes effortless to last as long as you want. And that is truly pleasurable. It's an amazing feeling. And also what you will notice is that when you're in an intercourse over time, especially when you're on long semen retention streaks, you no longer, or your brain no longer seeks for the ejaculation. You no longer even want it necessarily. And what's going to happen is that the act in and of itself becomes the whole purpose. There's nothing to work towards. There's no end to work towards. You're completely present in the moment, and that is truly fulfilling. And that's the next level amount of pleasure you can experience that many men don't even know about. So the next thing that's going to be happening, guys, is that you're going to be boosting your immune system. You're going to be boosting a lot of that, because what's going to happen every time you ejaculate, and if you do this too often, it's a huge hit on your nervous system. And next to that, your semen carries a tremendous amount of vitamins and minerals and all that stuff. Just got a list here because I don't know everything. And that's fructose, ascorbic acid, cholesterol, creatine, citric acid, lactic acid, nitrogen, vitamin B12, and various salts and enzymes. What you're doing is you're constantly throwing all that away every time you bust a nut. Now, that doesn't mean you should never bust a nut. Again, not at all. But when you overdo it, you can see that it can be a bit harmful here, because your body is now constantly recovering and you're actually giving your nervous system a hit. So the next benefit is that you will have an increase in life force as well as an expanded energy body. Instruments can actually measure someone's energy fields. So what we see is when we grab the emotional skill with David R. Hawkins, right? As we can see, there are all these emotions here, and every emotion vibrates differently, and we can actually measure the emotion. So obviously, just semen retention itself is not necessarily going to increase your energy field, but when you open semen retention, naturally you will find more inner fulfillment within yourself, and naturally you will start to increase your vibration over time. So the next benefit is that you will start to feel more of your masculine presence, and that's something you carry throughout the day. You just feel calmer. You don't feel afraid of anything. You feel emotionally stable. You know, there's not this freaking roller coaster in your mind, and you're just feeling good every day. It's just a very neutral emotion you're feeling. And this maybe sound very boring, but it's not. You still feel joy. You still feel amazing things. But overall, you're just way more steady like a rock. The outer world doesn't affect you as much anymore. It's not something you should force, because it comes naturally. Everything forced doesn't work. Everything forced just doesn't work, right? Let go and just become effortless. That's how you become authentic. That's how you become magnetic. That's how you become, gain more of this masculine presence. Because guess what? You cannot become masculine because it's what you are already. We naturally have more masculine energy within us than feminine energy. And the majority of women have more feminine energy and a lot less masculine energy. So when you become your authentic self, you're just going to act masculine. It's the same thing as trying to be authentic. You can't be authentic. You can't try to be authentic, because authenticity is nothing more than just expressing who you are without any labels, without trying. So the last benefit you will experience, and this is for my spiritual homies out there, is that it will start to activate your kundalini, your Shakti energy, your prana, your ojas, right? There are many different names for it. It's your spiritual energy. You will naturally be drawn to higher things. You will naturally just get what you want a lot quicker. And so when you start to create and want and desire a deeper connection to God, this becomes a lot more easy. This becomes a lot more effortless for you. And next to that, whenever you are seeking Kundalini awakening, that also it ignites Kundalini awakening so much quicker. So guys, these were some of the benefits. There are actually many more, but it's going to be a very long list if I say them all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.